Hi everyone, today I am here to bring you a full body athletic Pilates reformer workout. As far as equipment goes for this workout, all you will need is your reformer and your box. During this workout, we'll be focusing on exercises you would see in a normal athletic routine, such as squats, lunges, push-ups, and rows. I think this is going to be a great fusion of both Pilates and more athletic inspired movements. I hope you enjoy this workout as much as I think I'm going to. As always, make sure you listen to your body and modify as necessary. When you're ready, gather that equipment because this workout starts now. All right guys, so I'm all set up. I'm on 2 red and 1 green spring that is basically 3 heavy springs. I've got my headrest up and my foot bar is set to a very high position. When you're ready, let's come all the way down onto our back. Now the reason I have my foot bar set up in this high position is because I want to get a really good and full range of motion through my legs when we do footwork. However, if this does not feel comfortable for your knees, you can always push that foot bar back to where you normally have it. All right, so when you're ready, you're going to come all the way down onto your carriage, head on the headrest, a decent amount of space between your shoulders and your shoulder blocks. And I want you to start by just reaching your fingertips really long along the carriage. Engage your triceps here by really straightening those elbows. And we're going to start with our heels on the foot bar, sit bone distance apart. Your knees are pointing straight up to the ceiling here. Take a big breath, inhale, and on the exhale, we're going to push the carriage out. And on the inhale, we're going to pull the carriage in. Exhale and press, inhale and pull. So I know in traditional or classical Pilates, we would inhale on the extension of the carriage, but because this is a more athletic style workout, we're going to use traditional breath like you would in a strength training class. So exhaling on the effort here. Let's do 5 more here. Really thinking about engaging the quadriceps as you extend through those legs. Good. Let's do 3 more here. And 2. And last 1. Now come almost all the way in, transfer your weight into your left foot, propel your right knee into tabletop as you press the carriage out. Then land with both feet and switch to the other side. So we'll alternate here like you're going for a walk or for a jog. Again, squeezing that quadricep up off of the knee as you extend the leg. Nice. And we'll do 2 more on each side. My legs are already feeling warm. Last time each way. Beautiful. From here, all 10 toes are going to come onto the foot bar. You're still sit bone distance apart. Heels are fairly high. Let's press all the way out, squeeze, and come in. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Still finding length through the back of the neck, still reaching those fingertips long towards the edge of the carriage, keeping the upper body active. We'll do 4 more here, and 3, and last time. Now just as we did before, as you press out, shift the weight into one foot, bring the other knee into tabletop, and switch. Nice job. Let's do 2 more on each side. Now when you're transferring your weight foot to foot, you still want to think about both of the sides of your pelvis staying equally weighted. Let's do 1 more on each side. And then keep the carriage extended, place both feet down onto the foot bar here. Let's lower both heels, feeling that beautiful stretch through the calves, and then lift both heels. Down and up, down and up. Here, just be conscious of if you're pushing your shoulders up into the shoulder blocks, try to continue to extend the fingertips down towards the edge of the carriage. Last 4 and 3. And 2, heel going straight up through the center of the calf. Last 1. Now keep the heels high and do a little bounce here. Little bounce, little bounce. For 8, 7, 6. Nice. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll go back to that full range. All the way down, all the way up. Really good to warm up the calves. Nice. 4 more here. 3, 2, one more round, little bounces for 8, 7, 6, heels straight up through the center of that gastroc, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let one heel drop under, and switch. We'll do one more on each side, feeling that stretch. And last one. Nice, lift both heels up, come all the way in, and last footwork position we're gonna do is heels wide on the foot bar, a bit of external rotation in the hips, the knees, and the ankles. Think of this as your squat position. So press the carriage out, backs of the inner thighs pull towards one another, and then pull the carriage in. Exhale to press, inhale to pull. Pinky toes pulling back towards the shins. Exhale to press, inhale to pull. Tailbone is heavy. You've got 4 more here. And 3. And 2. And last time. Very nice job. Come all the way in. Place your arches on the foot bar, about sit bone distance apart. Make sure your headrest is down if it's not already. Give yourself a little distance between your shoulders and your shoulder blocks. From here, I want you to push the carriage out maybe 2 inches. This is the spot that you're gonna stay with the carriage. From here, you're gonna tuck your tailbone under and roll yourself up into your bridge. Straight line from the shoulders through the hips to the knees if possible, and then roll that spine back down. Let's do 3 more like that. Good job, just warming up that spine. Last 2. And last time. Beautiful, come all the way in. Rock yourself up to seated. I am gonna move my foot bar away from me again into its traditional standard position. And while we're here, we're gonna come down to 1 heavy and 1 medium spring, and then lay all the way back down. You can put your headrest up if you prefer, or leave it down. Grab onto your straps, shoulders directly over the wrists. Wrists directly over the shoulders, and then bring your knees into a tabletop position. Shins are parallel to the floor, soften the front of the rib cage down towards the hips, tailbone is heavy, and now let's lower and lift the arms. Think about working from the underside of the armpit. You can make fists around your straps today if you'd like. Exhale as the arms go down for 8, 7, last 4, last 2, and last 1. Now hold your arms forward and down, bend your elbows to 90 degrees, and press the fists forward. Your lower body is quiet. You've got 4 more here. Last 2. And last 1. From here, extend the arms up to the ceiling, open them out to a T, and then close your hands towards your hips and open them back to your T. Exhale. Let's do 4 more here. Last 2 and 1. Bring your arms back up to the ceiling. Take a breath, inhale. Exhale, curl your head, neck, and chest up as the arms come towards the hips, and then turn the palms in and circle them around, lower the head. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, lower down. Warming up through the shoulder. Two more this direction. And now we reverse it. So start with your head down, arms out in your T, hands slightly below the line of the shoulder. From here, curl up as the arms come down. Good, and then lower the head as the arms come up above the shoulder. Exhale, inhale. 4 more to come. The last 2. And 1 more time. Good, lower the head, lower the feet. Place your straps back. Prop yourself up. We're gonna come down to 1 heavy spring. Facing the back of the reformer, we're gonna come into a lunge position. So your headrest should be down. Tuck your toes over the back edge of your carriage and then bring 1 foot forward onto your headrest so you're in a kneeling lunge. From here, grab onto both of your straps. Palms up, right in front of the shoulders. Your tailbone is pointing straight down to the carriage and your hips are parallel to the floor. From here, bend and extend. Bend and extend. That's it. Ears are over the shoulders are over the hips. Your bottom knee, your standing knee, is under the standing hip. Let's do 4 more here. Last 2. And last 1. Now flip your palms down and back, and let's press both palms down and back. Chest expansion here. Collarbones are wide, back of the neck is long. Let's do 4, and 3, and 2, and last 1. Very nice. Bend the elbows by the ribs, hinge at the hip and bring the upper body forward, and let's just do some kickbacks here. So palms are facing in towards your hips, elbows are high. Squeeze that tricep, you've got 4 more here. The last 2. And last 1. Stand back up. We are gonna switch sides. You can bring your hand down onto your shoulder blocks just for safety, so you can switch sides. Back toes are hooked over the edge of the reformer, palms face up towards the ceiling. We are gonna start with our bicep curl. So after this, we are gonna do 1 more round on each side, and you'll have an option to stay in this same staggered leg position or float the back knee. Let's do 2 more here, just so you know where we're going. Last 1. Flip the palms back and press. But on our 3rd and 4th rounds of these, we will only do 5 of each. So a shorter set. Last 3, 2, and 1. Palms facing in. Hinge the upper body forward, elbows high. Extend the tricep. Last 3. And 1. Very nice job. Hands down to the shoulder blocks. Transition again to the other side. This time you have the option to tuck the toes under and float the back knee coming into high lunge. Palms facing up. 5 bicep curls. 5, 4. Back heel is high. 3, 2, 1. Carefully bring the palms to face back by your hips. Press back for 5, 4. Heart is high. 3, 2. Last 1. Carefully hinge the upper body forward at the hip and extend and bend at the elbow. 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, carefully place your straps back. If your back knee is lifted, fingertips are coming to the shoulder blocks, and we're just gonna dip that back knee down towards the carriage for 8, 7, 6, last 4, last 2, and 1. Come all the way down to kneeling. Ooh. All right, and we will switch sides. If you wanna just have a seat for a moment, relax those quadriceps. You're gonna switch over to the other foot on your headrest. You have the option to have the back knee down or tuck the back toes under to hover the back knee. Make sure you feel stable where you're at. Palms facing up, float the back knee. Make sure you're stable before you move. We've got 5. Bicep curls, 4. Exhale, 3. Last one. Palms back, careful in your transitions. 5, 4, 3. Stay long to that torso, 2. Last one, palms facing in, tip the upper body forward, elbows are high, press back for 5, 4, 3, back heel is high, 2, last one. Good, carefully place your straps back, fingertips on the top of your shoulder blocks, and we dip that back knee down. 8, 7, the last 4, last 2, and 1. Ooh. Knees are down. Bring your knees about an inch from your shoulder blocks. Grab onto your ropes. You can thread your hands through your loops if it feels more comfortable for you not to have those loops dragging. I'm just gonna leave my hands like this. Hands forward. Press your pelvis forward, squeeze your tush. Let's lean the body back. And then straighten the body up towards the ceiling. Lean. Think of this as your plank. Your shoulders are in line with your ribs, ribs in line with hips, hips in line with knees. Let's do 4, 3. Toes can be together if it feels more comfortable as opposed to knee distance apart. Last one. Nice, and then I'm gonna add a little back extension. So if you want, lean first, open the heart, bring the head back, close the front of the ribs, and come up. We'll do 2 more like that. Lean, take it as far as you want to go. And last time. And come all the way up. Whew. All right, have a seat for a second. Right, we give ourselves a second of reprieve. Feet on the side of the carriage. From here, we are gonna stand up. We're gonna do some work on the box. I'm gonna leave my box to the edge. I hope you can see me okay. So come to standing. Face towards your box. We're just gonna do some marching here. So right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg. Right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg. Up, up, down, down. 2 rounds just so we can lead with our other leg in a minute. For 8, 7. Nice. Last 4. Last 2. Last one. Nice, bring your right foot back up onto the box. Lift your back heel up. So you're in this staggered squat or a very short lunge. From here, you're gonna bend your back knee and straighten your back knee. Bend and straighten. That front knee stays slightly bent throughout. Nice. Back heel is lifted high, front heel is down. And we'll do 4 more here. Last 2 and last 1. Let's hold it at the bottom. Thigh bone parallel to the floor in the front if possible. Again, back heel is high. Find your balance. Hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step off. And now we'll lead with the left leg. So left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. You can pick up the pace, you can go faster than me. Get that heart rate to lift a little bit. For 4, 3, 2, last 1. We'll step back up with our left foot. You're in that short lunge, dropping the back knee towards the ground. Last 4. And last one, get low and hold. Good. 5, 4. Now hopefully your foot bar is up in front of you. We are going to transition into a little plank here, a kind of modified plank, last 2 and 1. Bring your hands down to your foot bar. If you have a non-locking foot bar, please just be careful that your foot bar doesn't dislodge. You can also do this just with your hands on your box instead. From here, slow drive of the right knee into the chest, return, slow drive of the left knee into the chest, return, keep going. Collarbones are wide. For 4, hips are stable. 3, 2, and 1. Both feet back. Let's do a push-up. Down and up. Elbows are traveling back to 5 and 7 o'clock here. Spine is in one nice long line. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten the elbows. From here, we can go back to this slow switch, or you can pick up the pace. For 8, 7, 6, the last 4, 3, 2, and drive the right knee and hold it in. Push-ups. The option is to put the foot back on the floor. Otherwise, you're driving the knee into the chest. You've got 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. We go back to slower, quick climbers. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left knee comes in as the option, and push, and push. 4 more. Last 2, and 1. Very nice job. Shift the hips back. Let the head go through the upper arm. Take a little stretch for the shoulder. Nice job. Roll it up. We're going to take our box onto our carriage now. So, in front of the shoulder blocks is probably good. If you feel like you're too tight on space, you could try them over the shoulder blocks. Just make sure that the box is pressed back firmly. We're still on that one heavy spring. Come and have a seat on your box. This is a fairly long series, which you could break up and pause at certain parts. We'll take it slow for the first round in every position we're in, and then we'll go through one round where we go very quickly, or more quickly, okay? So to start, fingertips come onto the foot bar. Lift your hips up. Your heels are elevated up on your box just slightly. Make sure your box is not going to move. From here, release your hands. We sit down into our squat. Slow and controlled. Chest is lifted. You choose how low you go. Last 4. And last 1. Now fingertips come onto the foot bar. Your hips stay low. Shoulders are slightly behind the wrists. From here we press out into plank. Pull back into squat. Press out. Pull in. It's like my hips stay at the same level, no matter where my feet are. Last 2. And last 1. Bring the carriage in. Bring your left foot on top of the box. Keep the hips low. Press the carriage out. Your front knee will straighten. The foot that's on the box, that knee, is going to keep a slight bend, no matter where you are. Nice. Last 3, 2, and 1. Pull the carriage in. Bring both feet on top of the box. Hips are still low. Press out for 4, 3, 2. Last 1. Pull the carriage in. Step your left foot or your opposite foot down from what you just did. Press out and in. Last 3, 2, and 1. Now press the carriage out. You're going to take your right foot, the foot that's on top of the box, you're going to step down into the well. From here, we're going to pike the hips up. Keep the back leg straight and drive the right knee into the chest, and then tap the toe back down. The back leg stays straight. The last two, and last one. Switch sides. Other foot comes down into the well. Make sure you've got good heel placement of that back leg. When you're ready, drive the knee to the chest, pike the hips towards the ceiling. Let's do 3 more here. And last one. Take your foot back up onto the carriage and have a seat. Okay, that was great. So now we're just gonna move a little bit more fluidly through each of those positions. We'll start with both of our heels against the box with those squats. We'll move into one foot on top of the box, both feet on top, etc. And we'll do about 5 to 6 of each, okay? So when you're ready, make sure your heels are about sit bone distance apart. Shift your weight forward. Let's start with 8 squats here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands to the foot bar. Press out for 8, 7, 6. Shoulders are a little behind the wrist for 4, 3, 2. Bring the carriage in. One foot goes on top for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull the carriage in, both feet on top for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other foot comes down for 6, 5, 4, 3. Foot that's on the box, 2, and 1 is gonna hop down to the floor, and we pike up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Transition to the other side. Other foot comes down for 6, 5. Last 3, 2, and 1. Now listen, both heels against the box. Bring one foot forward onto your platform or between your hands and stretch. Hold here. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull yourself in to a lunge. Lunge can be here with your shin against your foot bar or higher. Hold. Lift that back kneecap. Maybe hands to the thigh. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands back down to the foot bar. Let's transition. Other side, foot on the platform or foot between your hands. Press it out into your splits. Settle the breath as much as you can. And then bend that front knee. Woo. Option to find that balance. Hands to the front quadricep. Nice job. Hands down. Bring the carriage in. Carefully step down and sit down. Great job. Okay, we're going to take that box off. I don't think we're going to use it anymore. Unless I've forgotten something, which is likely. Okay, and we are going to do some push-ups. So I'm going to put a medium spring on with my heavy. So I am on a heavy and a medium spring. And we're going to work our plank with our feet against our shoulder blocks today. So to get on, hands shoulder distance apart on the foot bar. Swing your far leg over onto your far shoulder block. And then your other leg over onto the shoulder block closest to you. From here, we're going to press into a push-up. Come up, shift the weight into one hand and row. Press into your push-up, shift your weight into your other hand and row. Elbow comes past the ribs. Down, up, row. Down, up, row. One more. Make sure you're even on both sides. Both hands on your foot bar. Press the carriage out. Pull the carriage in. Press the carriage out. Pull the carriage in. Last two. Last time. Now, come about halfway in. Your shoulders are behind your wrists. Carefully lower your knees down to the carriage. Then bring the carriage in. Make sure your heels are pressed up against your shoulder blocks. From here, we do knee stretches. So hips are hovering over the heels. Your shoulders stay where they are. We press the carriage out, in, out, in. Exhale on the in. Back stays nice and still for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round your spine, keep going. Stop the movement of the carriage with the glutes. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flatten out your back again. Pull the carriage in. From here, we're gonna hover our knees. I think I might have to move my foot bar closer to me for my short little body. And when you're ready, hover the knees and press out for 8, 7, hips stay low, 6, 4, 3, 2, stay lifted with the knees, round the spine, 8, shorter movement, 7, keep the tailbone under, 6, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Knees down. So good. All right. If you've moved your foot bar like me, place it back in its original position and let's lay down. So I'm on a heavy and a medium spring here. Head rest up for me for a little bit. Settle down. Stretch the legs long. Place your feet into your straps. Let the breath settle. Make sure you feel even. Arms reaching down on the carriage. Engage the triceps. Start with frog. Press out and in. Tailbone heavy. Nice job. Squeezing the heels together here. Let's do 4 more here. Last 2 and 1. Press the legs straight, open the feet wider. Here we are in our squat position again. Bend both knees. Press both feet out, kind of to the outside edges of your foot bar. Practicing that squat. Try to keep the wiggle out of your ropes. You've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press the legs out, heels turn in, click the heels together, and then open the feet wide. Heels together and wide. Nice, 3 more here. Last one, let's go into leg circles, around, around. Heart rate feels like it's back in its normal range. Body feels a little decompressed. And reverse it. Last 3. And last 1. Good. Bend your knees in. Take those straps off. Put them back on your pegs. Swing your legs off to the side. 1 heavy and 1 medium spring still. We're going to stand up on the carriage facing back. And finish with some squats. So my feet are about 2/3 of the way back on my carriage. And I'm gonna stand up and my feet are squat distance apart. I'm going to grab onto stay with my longer loops if you have a choice, palms facing up. Now we're gonna sit down, bicep curl and squat, and then stand on up and release that bicep curl. Again, palms facing up. My elbows are about at rib height here. They're not as high as I would have them if I was not standing. And I'm using the springs to help me obviously not fall backward, but to keep my tailbone low and my chest high. Now, if you want to sit all the way down into a deep squat, you can, or you can stop with the hips about knee height. Nice, let's do 4 more here. 3. Last 2. And 1 more. Stay low. Turn your palms to face each other. Extend your elbows for just a few tricep presses. Last 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Very nice job. Hands to your shoulder blocks. Carefully kneel down. Place your straps back. Take off your medium spring so you're on one heavy. Your outside foot is forward near your foot bar. Your inside foot is against your shoulder block. Carefully sink down into a lunge. Breathe and release. Option to take your inside hand onto the outside of your thigh. Take a little twist here. I'm letting my back knee and back thigh just rest. Come on up. Bring the carriage about halfway in. Take your inside arm up and over, laterally flexing that spine. Nice. Bring both hands down. Bring the carriage in. Walk around to the other side. Set yourself up, foot against your shoulder block. Press out into your lunge. I like to try to get my heel back onto my shoulder block, if possible. And then if you'd like to, take that twist over one shoulder. Nice. Both hands on the foot bar, come about halfway in, and reach away from your back leg. Nice. Bring the carriage in. Have a seat. Feet on the floor underneath your knees. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, interlace your fingers. Just shift the ribs a little right and left. And release. And one more time, inhale it up. Interlace the fingers, shift the ribs a little right and left. And release. And you guys are all done. I hope you enjoyed that athletic inspired workout. Please leave me a comment or question down below. Let me know what you thought, if you like that, if you'd like to see more like it, or if you'd like something else. Also, if you would, please subscribe and share. It really helps me bring more content to you. As always, thank you for being here with me, and I will see you next time, guys. Bye.